And I will show you the most unexpected and dangerous encounters with wild animals, filmed on camera. What to do if you met a huge grizzly bear during an evening walk around the city. The questions had to be solved by the heroes of our issue, who, despite their fear, were even able to record these shocking videos. Sit back and enjoy watching. Cyclists. Imagine, you are riding a bike calmly, nothing portends trouble, when suddenly you meet a bear on your way. Just such an incident occurred in the state of Montana last year. A man rides a bicycle on a road that goes around a mountain. The bear runs towards him down the slope, but reaches the road when he has already passed. After that, he does not stop, goes to him on the pearls. As always, everything ends at the most interesting place. The trees make it difficult to see how the chase ended, but, according to the operator, neither the predator nor the cyclist were injured. It's for the best. This, by the way, is far from the only such case. A few years earlier, another cyclist filmed a bear chasing his friend on a forest road with a helmet camera. This time the action took place in one of the forests of Slovakia. The camera on the cyclist's helmet recorded how a bear ran out to intercept his comrade riding along the path. The beast ran along the road for a while, and then turned back into the forest and disappeared. The cyclist riding first stopped and turned back, fearing to collide with the beast again. He will definitely remember such a trip for a long time. Jogging. As it turned out, bears have a special passion for athletes. They like to play not only with cyclists, but also with runners. This girl was running along one of the trails in Canadian British Columbia when suddenly a bear approached her. The athlete stopped on the road and began to wait for what the clubfoot would do. The bear went out on the road and approached the runner, touching her leg. The bear immediately jumped aside, but then began to approach the girl again. Then the runner decided not to push her luck and ran away from the bear. Fortunately, the clubfoot did not chase her. The girl continued jogging, and the bear disappeared into the thicket of bushes. The girl was lucky, although, judging by the behavior of the clubfoot, it was a young and extremely curious animal that did not plan to attack. His predatory instincts could turn on at any moment and the matter would end sadly. It is strictly not recommended to run away from a bear at all. The runner was very lucky, her escape was an exception to the rule. The following frames demonstrate how best to behave when meeting a predator. The footage was taken by a guy walking through Katmai Park in Alaska. On one of the trails, he found himself at an extremely dangerous distance to a grizzly bear and her two cubs. This is one of the most terrifying situations you can find yourself in. Bears fiercely defend their cubs and therefore can attack and tear anyone who is close enough to them. The guy was lucky, the bear did not attack him, but began to push him back. The guy moved backwards. The most difficult thing for him was to move at the same speed as the bears, so that they would not overtake him. The bears didn't give him a second to rest. Fortunately, in the end, the bear still lagged behind the guy. The clubfoot turned to the pond, and the guy continued on his way. It's amazing that he managed to stay calm. On the original recording, you can hear how he adequately comments on everything that is happening. Fishermen. Imagine, you come to the riverbank to fish, cast a fishing rod and feel the movement nearby. You turn around and see that another fisherman is walking towards the shore, a club-footed giant. Robert Horton found himself in such an unexpected and frightening situation. Robert was scared, but he took out his camera anyway and started filming what was happening. The bear settled down not far from the fisherman and began to examine the river. Later, he even sat down to make him more comfortable.
Wow, what a beauty. Laputa.
Mishka did not climb into the river, but went to the guy and... Come on, nothing happened. The bear calmly passed by and left. Apparently, he realized that he could not catch fish that day. Robert took the whole catch for himself. Fence. You know, they say a woman will stop a horse at a gallop. Well, did you see? Have you seen it? American women are no worse in this regard. American women can stop the bear itself. This was proved by 17-year-old Haley last year. CCTV footage shows a bear with two cubs climbing a low brick fence. The dogs guarding the yard run up to them barking, and while the cubs are running away, the female fights off the dogs with her paw. Then Haley comes running to the noise. She pushes the uninvited guest with a running start, She falls off the fence, and Haley runs back and drives the pets into the house. Driving a bear away with your bare hands is very powerful. Fortunately, everything ended well. One of the dogs received only a small scratch, and Haley injured her finger. We can say that these are worthless injuries after meeting with the most dangerous predator. The game. Who said that a meeting with bears can be unexpected only for people? Sometimes club-footed animals are also caught by surprise. A dog from Vermont named Jameson clearly did not expect that a real bear would come to the territory of his owner's house. The clubfoot, who happened to be near the dwelling, tried to chase the dog, but he, being a guard dog, was not too scared and began jumping around the wild beast. At first, a tense scene develops into something interesting. The bear gets up on its hind legs, Jameson sniffs it, wagging his tail, and both run around the lawn. You could say they staged a game. According to the owner of the dog, the meeting of the animals lasted 7 minutes, after which the bear got tired and went into the forest. I think one game is enough. It is possible that next time the bear may show up with more bad intentions. Night. And here the bear is literally walking around the city. The action takes place at night. The animal wanders the roads and tries to open the garage, but it fails. Then the bear continues to explore the neighborhood and comes out onto a lighted street, along which 3 girls are walking. What do you think they will do? Will they run away? Will they come to grips with the beast? They'll hide behind the nearest corner. Everything is much more interesting. They take out their phones and start filming the predator. A truly fearless act. And the bear doesn't seem to mind. The clubfoot posed for a bit and went out the gate under the blinding flashes of cameras. The opposite situation immediately happened, but it surprised everyone. A group of scientists was traveling through a Turkish forest and suddenly came across a huge brown bear. The bear clearly did not expect to see people in this area. The clubfoot did not rush towards the scientists. It turned out that he had fallen into a trap. His paw got stuck in an iron cable. As a rule, it's bears that take people by surprise, not the other way around. The scientists had a tranquilizer. One of the researchers made a well-aimed shot and put the bear to sleep in time. It was impossible to leave the bear in trouble. Fortunately, when he passed out, the scientists freed his paw from the cable, provided clubfoot and help and left the bear to sleep off. I think he was very surprised when he woke up and found himself free from the unfortunate trap.